The current Day of Dragons map is still in its early stage, but offers many beautiful and important locations. Learning to navigate the map and staying up to date with its changes will be key to your survival. While the game has no official maps, there are a few fan-made that can be found. My personal favourite is this one by Moki on Discord. We start at the peak of the Snow Mountains, sitting on the northeast and acting as a clear landmark to most of the map. At one time there was a cave housing some special mushrooms, but with its removal there's not much here apart from great views. The next key landmark, next to the centre lake, is the Big Tree, or Lone Tree. As this single largest pine was once smaller than it is now, yet still standing tall without its young forest growing around it. Near its base you will find a large hollow tree trunk with a hatchling puddle deep inside and mushrooms scattered both in and around it. The scrap population and close proximity to the lake make it a great all-round clan spot. Moving away from the lake, we reach the eastern Redwoods, a dense forest that can be difficult to traverse on wing. A small hatchling pond can be found near its western border, along with another fallen log for cover. Scraps can be found throughout the forest. Deeper in you will find Pride Rock, a defensible location for those with wing, as it only has one path up. However, while the closest water source is a pond located just below, it can lead to an easy ambush if you're not careful. Further southeast is a small forest whose thin trees are not fun to fly through. The small deep pond is where it gets its name of Sinkhole or Crater Lake, and is a hotly contested area due to the mushrooms that can spawn here. A short distance north is a curious rock outcropping known as the Throne or Shelf. While it does have a hatchling pond, its lack of nearby food and drinking spots for adults and juveniles make it undesirable as a nesting location, though larger dragons may be able to make good use of it if they can carry larger kills to their clan. Returning south we reach the Ravine, a deepening crack in the ground that, while interesting, offers little more than flying practice. At its end though, we are brought to the Future Swamp, a more recent addition to the map, though lack of food prevent it from being visited often. Not so recent however are the Four Lakes, who have been part of the landscape from the beginning. The plateau to the north of them does have a decent amount of thornbacks for food. Continuing north we reach the very popular River's End. The entire river system in this forest is often populated, and there are many mushrooms to be found all over the place. A small pond can be found hidden amongst the trees. A beautiful location actually, and it's right next to a very large but shallow cave that can house some rare mushrooms. A short flight and we reach River's Mouth, personal favourite location of mine if you want a place to relax. If you can't fly, using the traversable slope west of the river mouth, you can find yourself heading towards Elder Forest. This is where most of the rare elder mushrooms can be found, and thus is an area that is often controlled and fought over by the biggest clans. With only one water source in the depths of the forest, the path to Elder can end abruptly if you're not careful. Using the snow peaks as a guide, you can head out of the forest and up to a place known as Paradise, or Mountain Lake. Tucked up high, this place has pretty much everything a growing clan needs, and is a really beautiful place to call home. At almost the centre of the map is Big Rock, an aptly named area that is often the go-to location for large clans, who maybe don't want to bother too much with eldering. With the lake below, plentiful scrabs in the woods and thornbacks close to the centre lake, it's a great area. Hatchlings will also find many standing rocks with puddles in the surrounding woods. Pushing into the lake is the island, a fish hook shaped scrap of land where wild sky jellies can be found and admired. Rare mushrooms can also be seen growing here. A little to the northwest is a popular location known as the Arch. Despite it being a little away from the deep water, its unique rocky archway, complete with glowflies, as well as abundance of food, keep it an active location. Young dragons will also find they are able to climb and jump from the arch to get an early taste of flight. Continuing north takes you to the western Redwoods. Within, you will find another small lake, but this time next to a curious rock formation known as the Horseshoe. It also has a little hatchling puddle and scrabs running around the woods for food, though I don't often see the place used. Near the back of the forest is another hatchling location, complete with a hollow log and pond. These open plains hold a surprising amount of thornback nests. The northwest corner is a misty area, with a large lake and small pines, perfect for hiding away. And finally we reach another popular location due to its lake, open area and thornback nests. I plan to keep these map tour videos up to date so you can always find your way around, as well as take a trip into the past and see how the map develops with time. See you soon!